Alright, I think we're back. Why is it still at 100? I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll figure it out later. Okay, let's go. It ended while you were talking about packing up your hammock.
Okay, yeah, he's packing up his hammock. Um, he is making sure he grabbed anything that he had taken out of his bag. He's not really paying much attention to the side of the bag, which, for the reasons you and I have talked about, might become relevant. Um, Nor is he really paying attention to anything else. He's just getting all that on, getting out the door, and he is wrapped in uh, a green cloak with the school's colors and likely the school's emblem on it somewhere. As he walks out into the sun, he's just gonna kind of pull up the hood and look around to see if anyone else is doing that. But he feels like wizards are supposed to have their hoods up,
Okay. Now it says
and he
that.
just kind of seems to be jamming to silent music.
Okay. Um. So, as you are getting packed up, and we see you two getting ready to head out of this uh little lent abode, the camera pulls away, and instead of staying up on that rocky hill, it pulls back to two figures. Two fox-like entities. Standing bipedal, though, and with fair skin, as two kitsune make it just coming through the fields. You guys come into the farmer's market, and you are not alone. There is a fairly large crowd of people that you guys are in the midst of. And you hear them all whispering, like, "Hey, where you going?" Like, "Yeah, I'm going to the college. I'm going to the." "Oh, yeah, 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 me too, man, me too." Like, there's people talking about this college that you guys are going to. If you guys could describe your characters, we will start with Machi, because Machi rolled higher.
Um, God. You remember what Machi was? She's relatively short for a Kitsune, actually. I imagine her companion stands at least a good half foot taller than her. Um, Purple hair, purple little fox ears, double tail. Um, Wearing we changed the color of her robes to green, I think, blue and green robes
Uh,
now. So she has the base blue color with green accents on her robe
yes.
to
Here's
represent the
Machi's.
school.
Here's Machi's character, and here's Sebastian.
Um, and yeah, the only really kind of odd thing about Machi is the faint um faint lines of corruption that you see now and again on her face and body.
Yes. All right, Lucian.
On my head a chip stuck. He's a rather tall and somewhat long-haired, with white, with bluish kind of tips to his hair and ears, and typically wears a lot of blue and white, and has gloves that only cover like 2 fingers.
Gotcha.
Typically the index and middle.
Like drawing gloves.
Yep. Okay. You two are walking through this throng in this crowd, and in that crowd we kind of pull away and over slightly to somebody who stands out even amongst all these people. A 7-foot tall.
Okay, so we mean above these people.
Yeah. Oh no, there's some big people.
Oh no, I just meant if we're talking about who we think we're talking about, I suspect Flap.
Yes, but there are people as tall as him. There's actually a couple people taller than him.
Well, yeah, you had said you were pulling out and to the side. I was saying
Oh yeah.
probably pulling above.
Yeah. As we see this large owl-like entity. If Mephisto...
Oh man. Ad break right here and right now.
Ah, well, that sucks. People should subscribe.
Subscribe to know
so-
what Mephisto's character looks like.
My
Premium.
character is, as you said, 7 foot tall. He's a Goliath of a bird. 7 foot tall, not including his very unique horns. He is an oddity even amongst oddities, being an owlin tiefling hybrid. He is very like blue-gray in general, like a bluish face, fur feathers, gray feathers, blue-gray legs where the skin is showing. He's fairly well armored, but you wouldn't be able to tell because as he's walking along, he's uncomfortably pulling at the skull robes that he has draped around him. They feel very uncomfortable. Because they're not exactly meant for his size nor build. Just very awkwardly walking along, trying not to intimidate other people.
Okay. Yeah, you walk along, and there are some people casting glance at you, but you're not the only tall one. You can see a group of, a small group of Goliaths, as well as this fucking tall-ass human, all kind of lumbering around, and one of them walks up to you, one of the Goliaths, and taps you on the back. So, another tall fella is coming to the school, huh?
It would seem so.
Nice. Well, I'm looking to get into some wizard duels. That's what I'm here for. You?
I'm here more to improve my craft for the glory of the saint.
Interesting, a crafter? Well, I'll be seeing you around. Hi, tall man. And he kind of lumbers through, and people just start fucking moving out of his way. We then pull back, maybe hanging back a bit, almost seeming to blend into the crowd. Teal.
So I'm outside somewhere.
Yeah, you guys have just made it like into the actual city, into the like the second wall. So this city, for just so for everyone's information, it is double walled. So there's a large wall that encompasses the front where all the farms are, that kind of protects it. And that is kind of cut off by a forest. And then there is a secondary wall that lets you into the actual city proper. You guys have just made it into the actual city proper. So on the map, you guys are right here. At by number 11. You guys are right by the farmer's market.
Okay.
And for clarity's sake, the rest of us are actually up on the
yes.
school ledge, right?
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying not to... my CPU's at 100%, so I'm trying to figure out why it's slow. But yes, so Sebastian and Osmond are actually up here in this spot at number 4.
Okay.
So you guys are at 11. So you guys have a little ways to go. Kind of wandering through.
Okay. All right. Teal is probably kind of striking looking because she has long white hair, like white, Snow White, with a black streak. She is human. She's got very teal colored eyes, flowy white dress, very gauzy, very witchy, flowy looking. And on her head, she's wearing a sort of, kind of like a small little fascinator, where there's a little tree branch and a nest. And going around, flying around her, and occasionally landing on the branch or the nest is a small little bird. She's kind of got like a sad smile and just keeping to herself. She might occasionally look around. Does she see any friends right now?
Give me a sec. Yeah, yes, Elijah.
I walk across the street to go play basketball.
Did you ask high or low?
One sec.
No, he's babysitting.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was talking to me.
Very sort of.
I'm just saying.
That was mildly concerning.
You got your phone?
We have a whole other conversation going on in the background. I'm trying to say
Pocket knife.
too many things at once.
One second, stream. I have important matters considering somebody's safety.
Your mom is asking me about stuff.
It was here. Well, this might be a little.
Okay. I'm less concerned for Cohen's well-being now.
Yeah?
I'm 99.9% positive that Elijah popped in to ask him something, and what he was told was concerning enough that Logical just walked off camera. I'm fairly certain with his sidearm.
Hey.
Oh.
Ah, hello. What?
Uh-huh.
Hi, you're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was
Elijah's-
pretty sure I just watched you walk off camera with your sidearm, so I want to make sure nobody's breaking in.
No. Elijah's going across the street to play basketball for a little bit, and I was like, hey, you know what? Here, take my knife, and I hit him my hunting knife to see what he would do.
Okay, so it wasn't the sidearm. It was a knife. Okay.
Yes.
Talk about
just know you
a
don't live
different
in the,
type of Twitch raid.
Yeah, I thought you're not in the world's best part of town, so I was just worried that somebody was trying to start shit and
No, we're
you
good.
needed to defend yourself. I'm glad. I don't miss living on that side of town. I don't miss being in Blood's territory.
Yeah, you know, this is what it is. Alright, thank you. That should have dropped it a bit. Okay, now it's only using 48% of my CPU. Sorry, I just want to make sure we don't have a crash issue again.
That's fine.
So...
Do you need more airtime filled, or you got it working?
No. It's fine. It's still saying CPU usage is 100%, which it normally doesn't. I'll figure that out later, though.
Yeah, that's definitely concerning.
Yeah, I just don't want to push it for too long. I'm not quite sure why it would be doing that.
By the way, Solve, Raven, and Logical, I was informed, I don't think I ever told you guys, but I was informed that at our old apartment specifically, one of the reasons we always heard gunshots was because just down the street there were a bunch of idiots who would always get drunk and fire their guns in the air.
Ah,
You
That's
know.
intelligent.
Keeping the property values down.
Yeah. Doing a service, keeping the property values down.
Or as they say in Letterkenny, degens from upcountry.
true. Okay, so... Yes, you have your little bird flying around you. And you guys all kind of meander with this group.
Did I see any friends?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
do
yeah,
I
yeah.
have Potion?
No, you don't have Potion yet. Don't worry about it.
You probably don't even remember Pogen.
No, you don't. We're gonna get to it. Just shush.
Where's my buddy?
Yes, your buddy's gone, Raymond. We talked about this a little bit.
I forgot. And now I am sad.
There it is.
You just feel something is missing, but you do not know what.
Yeah, like as Machi's walking, she probably like looks around and like for someone that isn't there, and then doesn't even know who she's looking for.
Yes,
That's
so
bad.
there are actually a couple of friends. Kind of just meandering. As you kind of are passing by the little pond.
Oh my god.
While you were passing by the little pond in the Maker's Ring, you do see, it looks like a couple just kind of sitting there laughing with each other. This ethereal kind of fishing pole in the man's hand as he looks to be just sitting there.
I will just kind of wave and
Oh no.
nod my head.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of say, if you need me, you may find me later.
They just giggle. They don't seem to notice you right now.
Okay.
They don't seem to notice you right now.
Okay.
Oh my god, the CPU is giving me anxiety. Okay. Okay, just for right now, because I want to see if this will help. I'm going to turn the music off and see if that'll help it chill the fuck out a little bit. At least knock down some
That's
of the...
gonna mess up your cameras.
I'm just well aware. I'm just running a
Yep.
little test. Okay, no, that did nothing. Okay. Okay. That was the last thing I was thinking of trying, anyways, and then I'll just have to try.
But now Heidi is both Osmond and Teal.
Fun.
Lady Tealmond.
Ooh. So, as you guys make your way through, it takes you probably, because there's so many people, it takes you guys a good probably like 45 minutes of walking to make your way through the towns. It does seem like this was not a completely unexpected thing. The townsfolk almost seem to be walking on the sides of the roads versus in the middle of the street. Kind of almost, it seems to let you guys through. And as you guys kind of meander, when you get up to about here, towards the shopping district, you can actually see there are people dressed in green robes emblazoned with a large symbol of a treant, almost like Yggdrasil is represented a lot in Norse mythology. It is this very large tree, and that seems to have roots going very deep, kind of down the back of the cloak, kind of spreading out to the corners and down the center.
Only it has glasses.
No?
It's not the logical you?
No, I'm not that vain.
Oh, it absolutely should be the logical you. It is the logical you. It has eyes now.
I mean, it does have eyes.
It has glasses.
Roll a
Spectre's
D,
just there
roll a
with piece of
D20.
charcoal drawing eyes on it.
This is the one.
Huh?
This is the one time I will let you do this. Roll a D20.
I'm doing this for your good, buddy. That's perfect branding opportunity. It's your campaign and your logo. Do it, bitch. I'm not rolling dice. I'm rolling with my voice, baby. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to persuade you in real time to not be stupid.
Fine. He has a monocle.
Yeah.
There's this
That's good
large.
because I rolled a 5.
There's a large yew tree that is emblazoned on the back. This monocle that almost seems to glitter with magic. Emblazoned on the back and on a little clasp that they wear that pins their cloaks. And they are starting to give directions of like, this way to the college, keep following this street, line up, make an orderly queue at the transportation circle, and have your papers ready. I repeat, have your papers out and ready. So for those of you that were invited to go to this college, you were actually given a piece of paper, like a piece of parchment, that will let you basically attend the college.
Do we have papers?
You will too, yes. You guys all basically had to do a slight an entrance exam to make it into the school. You guys, everyone starts to make like double file lines. So there's, two lines going next to each other. Is everyone pulling out their paper right away?
Do I even have one?
You're a
Yep.
special case.
You're
Well, I was
already at the college, aren't you?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, but if we're all getting checked for papers, I was verifying that I even had a paper to show.
You don't have a paper. So like we'll get to that in like
Okay.
2 seconds.
Gotcha.
So does everyone get their paper up?
Yes.
Okay. As you
Ogle will be
guys
desperately scrambling to find his paper as he's walking up the line.
Okay.
I would say, is this where either Machi or Illusion are looking at each other going, who's got those?
Mamachi would probably have them in her bag.
Unfortunately for you, Mephisto, everyone else gets through, and as you guys get through and they take these papers, you watch as there is a couple of mages that are taking people's papers, and as they do, they look at it, they verify that it's real, and then the paper magically shrinks into a little card, like in our world, like a credit card size. And they hand it to you, and they go, This is your student ID. Do not lose this, or if you try to use the summoning circle without it, it will be a very bloody mess on the other side. And
I start slowly panicking as I can't find where it is.
And yeah, so unfortunately for you, Machi, you guys get up there fine. You guys get up there fine. Machi's like prim and ready. Lucian's kind of like freaking out, like, where the fuck did I put that? And Machi just hands both the papers over. They look it over there. For Machi and Lucian, they actually do say, when you get up there, there will be a tower on the right. There will be a person standing to the right next to the archway. You need to go talk to them. If you do not, there will be problems.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your time. Next, and Mephisto, you're coming up and you're searching and you can't find this fucking paper.
Anywhere. I've got a gigantic backpack.
Yeah, you're.
I have 2 questions.
Searching all
Number
of my
one, were you
pockets and through
flying?
Most likely, yeah. I probably flew.
Okay. Second question, what the hell do the flutes in your armor sound like as you
No,
are
I think he was saying he flew
searching
to,
for this paper?
I think he said he flew to the city. Not flying
Yeah,
right
flew
now.
to the city.
Oh, okay.
I flew to the city,
Dang,
and through common courtesy, I stopped outside the gate and walked the rest of the way.
I mean, you are probably flapping your wings as you're looking, so the flutes might be making noise.
Flapping my wings
What
and panic.
what do they sound like, bro?
Well, I will say that like
Uh,
you can choose to close the flutes if you need to. But in
I
common
would say
courtesy,
dismiss
you
harmonica noises.
Harmonica noise. Yes. Just
Yeah,
frantically, where's the paper? While sad harmonica plays in the background.
the flutes will only make noise too when you go past a certain speed. Like, and you have to be like flying. So you are standing in line, kind of holding it up, and then one of the guys like pulls you to the side and physically starts going through your bag to help you. And it is like underneath one of the extra hammers you have in your bag, like the little tinkering hammers. And he's like, pulls it out, and it's just crumpled. And he unfolds it, like rubs some fucking charcoal soot off of there, and goes, right. Tonfine furnace, is that right?
Yes, sir. That's me.
Good. He does some sort of magical check to make sure the paper's actually real. And then he takes it, turns it into an ID card, and hands it to you.
Thank you. I'll try to keep better care of this than I did the piece of paper.
You should. As we mentioned, your insides will very quickly become your outsides if you step on that summoning circle without it. And then
Stone.
he motions for you. You walk onto the summoning circle and you guys disappear. Teal, you're fine. You're prepared.
Mephisto, if you ever need sound effects for your armor.
That absolutely did not come through on Discord.
Oh, god damn it.
Only I got to hear that.
I have a
Okay,
harmonica.
well-
I have a harmonica somewhere too. So all of you, as you step onto this summoning circle, this what I'm looking for. You all feel yourselves pulled upward. Disapparating, you feel your molecules being shunted forward, pulled almost by an invisible string, and as you reconstitute, you find yourself standing. Wait. Weird. You find yourself standing Yay, new map that I just finished. You find yourself standing amidst Hey Azzy, how do I do this so it pops up on people's screens?
You right-click share.
Ah, the sharing record. Okay.
And if it's already public, you just click share public again and it forces it up. You can reshare a shared image.
Ah. Share record.
Like, once you have the map open, right-click on it, share record, and it should pop up.
I don't have that option for some reason.
I
Okay.
don't know why. You should have a share button on an image.
Weird. Okay, whatever. If anybody that is in there wants to open up the map, it is called the Verdant School.
I very much would.
So, for stream, everyone is appearing down at this summoning circle.
It has not loaded for me yet.
It sits, as you kind of apparate, you turn, and there is just a wall. No entryway.
Where?
You guys are down here. Or there.
Thank you. Sorry, my map took a hot fucking second for it to
All good.
load.
Right now, Sebastian and Osmond, I will just show you where you guys are. You guys got to stay in a nice guest house. You guys are kind of over here.
That's 13.
Yeah, so you guys are by 13.
And where are we heading from 13?
So you would have been told by Lorna you need to meet in the main hall, so number 2.
In the main hall. Okay. So are we able to cut across let me get my ping going here.
You want to cut across
Are we
this
able
way?
to Yeah, I was wondering if we would be able to cut across through the forest.
Yeah.
Like, I probably would have just gone through the forest if I were allowed to lead. I don't know what Osgood,
Osmond.
Professor Ozpin. I don't know what Professor
Osmond?
Ozpin's doing.
Ozpin, that was the name.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, you guys are easily able to. And it's less of a forest, and it's like a little
That
grove
isn't
of trees.
bothering
Maybe
me.
like 50, 60 feet deep. Like, not very deep. But yeah, you're able to kind of weave your way through the trees. As you do, there are these tiny, almost like dragons, that go flitting really quickly, like jumping from branch to branch overhead.
Okay, I have a question because I kind of have a picture of how I'm leading this man who probably would normally be leading through the woods, and I want to know how it would play out exactly. Because for Sebastian to have taken the lead, he would have had to have been so zoned out listening to his music that he didn't realize that he had done so. So this man is probably like moving and grooving his way through the forest, probably eyes closed at times. Are like these dragons going to be paying enough attention that I don't clap my face into one? Or are they going to be like, are they rushing around like dragonflies where you can catch one in your mouth if you're not paying attention?
Yeah,
Or
these are tiny creatures, and they're kind of flitting around. Like, one of them lands on your shoulder and like licks your ear, and then like flies off. Like,
Okay, do I catch one to the face? Like, does it actually? Do I get the?
yeah, on a nat 1 you do.
Okay, so yeah, before he would have been like moving his hands and everything, like you were talking about with probably those trails of magic. I guess if it works here too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it does.
Is that still a thing my character
Yeah.
does always? Okay, cool. That I don't know what that racial feature that is, but all right. Yeah, he's doing that, and then very graceful, and like, and then like look around trying to find what assaulted him, and then just continue.
Yeah, you see the little dragon as it goes tumbling out and then catches itself and flies. And yeah, you guys head over to the main hall. For everyone else, you land, and you can see people are being funneled up this main walkway into the main hall. Machi and Lucian, the person that you were told to look for is sitting right here.
Okay.
And it is
We
this.
would head that way then.
Okay, you head over, and it is a tall, beautiful woman who has wings coming out of her back.
Oh.
Okay.
We were told to come speak with you.
Ah, yes. Let me see if she knows what you are. She does. Even with 2 shitty rolls, that's like a 24. Ah, Kitsunes. Interesting. You are going to require an additional pass as we keep track of all the Fae and other
Does
planar
logical stuff
beings.
not play to anyone else?
No.
Weird.
We are going to have to provide you with an extra form of security. We do like to keep track of all Fae and other planar beings that attend our school. If this is amenable to you,
There we go.
please raise your
Oh,
hand.
he's still popping. Jeez.
Yeah, sure. I will raise my hand.
All right, you, and she looks at you, Lucian.
Yeah.
You raise your hand.
Yes.
Okay. As you raise your hand, you feel this slight burning as there's a little sigil that goes on the back of your hand, and then it seems to fade. That will basically just inform us if you leave this plane of existence for more than an hour. In that case, we will send somebody to come find you to make sure you are okay. You have not either A, been captured, or B, are retreating to go tell people how to bypass our defenses. Is this understandable?
Yeah.
You guys would know that this is not necessarily completely uncommon, as Fae that come from the Feywild, there have been problems at certain times where they have tried to send assassins after kings, cause disarrest.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Not all Fae are nice and friendly and cool.
Yeah, so yeah, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that something might have happened at one point. Thank you. My name is Lorna Shieldbreaker. I'm the guardian and protector of this school. You two may now head into the main hall where the sorting ceremony and the annual welcoming feast shall begin.
My headphones wobbling?
And then she will motion, and you guys kind of peel off and go. Heidi, as you get up there, actually, hold on. Mephisto, you come up, no problem. You follow the throng. You see the big giant guy waving at you.
Slightly nervous because I have no idea what I'm actually supposed to be doing here. Because, I'm a cleric.
Yep.
Just looking around like, what? I was invited to the school, but I don't know why I'm here.
And yeah, you are all ushered into the main hall, except for Heidi. As you land, you can see, opposed to for the players in the audience, when Machi and Lucian showed up, there was a hint of recognition, but no like personal vendetta or anything. Like, they were like, "Oh, you're fake. Cool. You're welcome here. We're gonna put this little tracker on you just in case." Heidi, for you, there is a moment of panic as it crumbles for a second. And you know what I mean by that. It crumbles for a second.
Yeah.
For a split second. And this figure with the wings clocks it and starts beelining it towards you. And motions for you to come to the side.
I go.
It's just you and her, and she leads you almost all the way into these little trees. Hello there. And who might you be?
Tea Leaf? Shadowseer?
Ah, I see. And then she will switch to message. And our conversation that we had before stream happens. Do you remember that conversation?
Yes.
She will nod at you. And then out loud says, yes, I can make accommodations for you, my dear. That would be no problem. Come and see me after the main banquet. And the main feast. And I will have somebody make you a special key.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes. But do know that with everything going on, and some things you do not know, we will have to monitor you probably a little extra closely.
That's absolutely fine. I understand.
Alright. And she'll nod at you, and she'll kind of... Because you have an inherent sadness to your eyes, right?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Cohen, you haven't had issues with the HyperXs being crackly, have you?
No, not normally. Never,
'Cause I
actually.
think my crackling.
Weird. Yeah, I've never had an issue with them. But I'm pretty sure I'd check the boxes. I think they might have a lifetime warranty if something is going wrong. Oh, that's a 19 for a 33.
Well, I also only got mine like a week ago, so
Yeah.
even through Amazon they should be on warranty.
I would just check. Yeah, that's very strange. I've never had problems.
I'll test over the next couple days and see if something weird's happening. Let me double check none of like the wires have gotten knocked weird.
Okay. All of you enter into the banquet hall. Sebastian and Osmond, at this point, you have made it to the banquet hall, kind of as everyone else is filtering in. And
Okay.
it is a very large, grand banquet hall. It's not banquet hall as soon as you walk in. It has, kind of like Hogwarts does, it has like a main foyer, like an entranceway, and that leads into the banquet hall. There is a grand staircase going up either side that leads to almost like a second floor. And you are
Okay.
all ushered in to the banquet hall. Where...
Rule of thumb also, if I am in camera vibing or dancing, you can assume my character is. That's why I have a camera up this time.
Yeah. So, you all are led into this banquet hall, much like Harry Potter. Very long, bench seating with tables. And you are all motioned to sit, and you do. This very soft kind of piano-y type of music starts to trill. And for a second, all the chairs up at the head just kind of remain empty. And then one by one you hear this door open, and one by one in comes a group.
I'm going to lose you for a second.
Okay? And one by one a group of people start walking in. Dressed in very fine robes. If anybody were to guess, you would probably guess they're the professor. There's all kinds of people here. You see Goblin. You see a small little gecko-looking lizard man. You see Lorna, the woman with the large angelic wings, comes walking in. You see a tiefling, you see dragonborns. And they all kind of fill in this head table. And then leaving this very not opulent, not like gaudy, but just larger. Like the only difference is that it's a little bit larger and a little bit higher backed. And as you kind of are all sitting and there's murmuring. Here, let me change to a more magical. As you know, you guys all sit there and everybody's kind of like, oh, okay, well, what's going to happen? You hear like little whispers going on. Like, oh, I wonder if those are the teachers. Oh, I wonder what that empty seat's for. The room goes pitch black. And then, as if a spotlight is shining, black smoke begins to curl up on the floor in a column. And everybody starts gasping. And as the smoke falls away, there is a very handsomely dressed, very handsome tiefling male standing there, who turns and looks at all of you and says, "Welcome to the school, the Verdant School of Might and Magic. You have all been summoned and invited here for various different reasons, and you have all been tested and proven worthy to attend our hallowed school. I am Zoran Firebringer, and the people sitting behind me will be your professors for your time at this college. We would all like to welcome you and wish you luck on your studies. Tonight we shall hold a ceremony to figure out which of our 6 houses you will belong in. And after that, a banquet will be held in your honor. And after that, we will let you mingle and meet your new housemates. Without further ado, let us begin the ceremony." And he holds out his hands, and this incredibly large tome pops out, kind of apparating in the air, and lands with a heavy thud. And after it lands, he holds his hand out. It opens up. All of the paper just opening by itself to a page. And the book begins to float. We are actually going to take like a little 5-minute break here. So I can go check on the boy really quick. And we'll be
Oh
right
dang!
back.
I just got up to get water. That's why I lost you for a second.
Yes.
Not
Well,
like the character's listening to any of what's going on around him anyway.
yeah, I just need to go check on the boy real quick. So 5 minutes, go get drinks or whatever. And we will see you back.
Check name tags.
Oh, what the fuck? Why?
I don't have name tags.
Just switch back. I will fix that later. That is kind of annoying.
I noticed that a little while ago, and I literally messaged you, and I was like,
Yes, but I can't
Rowan.
I can't open any of the messages.
I know. I didn't think about that at the moment. I was just like at you, and I was like, hey, name tags.
Do you not have your Discord cameras from a popped out window on a second monitor?
It is, but it's capturing it. Don't worry about it. Okay, there we go.
Okay. might like be covered in dragons on your feet or something. I have sent all of the old party members new Machi.
Okay.
I have not actually seen Machi.
You can look her up on the.
I have sent you Machi.
Some
Okay.
Yeah, I mean
Okay,
they
read through it.
they can look at the image. I'm sending them the actual Hero Forge data.
Gotcha.
Because as per usual, I'm going to end up with all of the Hero Forge data.
More than likely, yes. Ah, I see what the problem is. I know why I was using 50% of my CPU when I'm on the live screen on this one. Because there's so many fucking sources. That's what it is. Because it was only sitting at using 6% of the CPU when I was on the Be Right Back screen, and now it's back up to fucking 45% of my CPU. But, you know.
Be right back screen. That was the stream ending soon.
Or, oh, yeah, whatever it was. I don't know.
Whoops.
So. You see, as Zoran steps in front of this large tome and says, "Well, we will call you up, name by name. You will come up, you will touch this book. A small trial will be had, and that will help us determine which house you will go into. Some of you
I'm
have
sorry, what?
It will determine which house you go into.
No, I'm asking that because I thought you just said a child would be had. My character is listening to music, has not heard this. I thought you just said a child.
A trial.
Child
will be had.
Trial. Okay, I'm so glad I clarified that because I legitimately thought you would walk up, touch the book, a baby would be born, and the baby would determine your house.
It could.
No,
You never know.
My child is
my
not
God.
coming up to the microphone and determining which house you go to.
So, fucking Jesus.
I would not put that level of randomization past logical.
You, one by one, people are called up. They're being sorted into these different houses. Machi, you are called.
Okay.
You head up and you put your hand on this book, and everyone, her body stays there, but Machi, your consciousness is brought out of your body, and you find yourself in this beautiful forest, where you see a deer woman, a deer beast folk. As she turns and looks at you. Oh, why, hello there, little one. Or should I
Hello.
say old one? You are a curious being. And she walks around you. Odd. You seem to have corruption in your veins, child. But it does not seem to be
Oh.
killing you.
Yeah, I cleanse corruption, I guess.
Ah, interesting. You are not from this place.
No.
Interesting indeed. Even though I don't know you or where you come from, I can see you strive to strike balance in the world. Taking the powers of a Blight Warden and fusing it with nature. You are a gift indeed. I shall claim you for my house. House Aloria, if you would.
Gloria.
Yes. Aloria Sengrius at your service, and she bows to you. These beautiful antlers coming off the top of her head as she bows to you. And around her, wherever she bows, it almost seems like the flowers themselves turn to look at her in reverence. And you are backed out, your consciousness entering your body as the burning emblem of Aloria forms above you. A crescent moon inside of another crescent moon, being surrounded by intertwined vines and flowers. Zoran steps forward. Ah, I see. You are to be Machi, sorted into the house of Aloria.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Wonderful. If you'll go join your housemates over there, and you are now starting to be separated into different tables.
Okay. She will go, but she's going to continue watching Lucian.
Okay. Lucen, you walk up and place your hand on the book. And you find an interesting sight. You find where is it? You find two people.
Oh, hold on. I apparently can't hear for some strange reason.
Oh, hello, viewers. Hello, viewers.
Oh, okay. Oh god, that was a moment.
Okay, you back?
Yeah.
You find yourself with two people. A man. Oops. Sorry, I have to change a name. I changed Aloria's name last minute to Sangriath. Let's just change that in my notes real quick. So you see Drassel. Drassel Vorn. A very tall, dark-skinned man with shock white hair, in this beautiful plate armor. He appears to be almost like paladin-y, kind of radiating this sense of honor and integrity. And then you see this deer-like woman, these large antlers off of her head that seems to be holding a staff and these robes. And they stand to you in this little clearing of this forest. And Aloria looks at you. Ah, hello, Lucen. I feel in your heart that you are set on coming to my house so you can be with your friend Machi. Is this a true statement?
Correct.
But I do also want to offer you one other option. My compatriot Trazel might also fit you, and with the potential I see in you. Trazel steps forward. Ah, yes. Lucian, somewhere deep inside of you, you value honor and integrity. Is this true?
That is also correct.
I get the sense that in a time past, you were a lord of sorts, or at least somebody that others looked and relied upon. Is this true, do you think? And for you, it strikes something deep in your core. You don't remember that part.
Right.
But there's this weird connection you'd never known about. There's this feeling that kind of thrums in your chest. as he says the words honor and integrity. I would offer you a chance to take a more steadfast role when it comes to others, to be supportive, to have honor, to have integrity, to hold justice above all. If this is not your wish, I understand. I just wish to talk to you and let you know that that option was also available. And he bows, like actually bows to you, and then steps back next to Loria. If you would like, I could ask you a question that could help you determine which house you would like to go with.
Yes.
Alright. You see a bandit. This bandit is getting ready to burn down a sacred tree. Not necessarily because he wants to, but you can see he is starving. He is on the brink of death. And with him, he brings a small child, a little girl. His daughter, you would presume, she bears some sort of resemblance. What do? Do you let him burn and cut the tree to get the fruit to feed his family? Or would you stop him because it is wrong? Unjust. Do you seek balance? Do you seek justice? Or do you seek to try to help both of them?
I think I would honestly do the best I could to do the better of both.
That is a noble goal indeed. Not compromising your morals for the pursuit of justice. He is very honorable indeed. And striking balance. Aloria will step forward. I do believe that you would do better in House Draysel, where you can help those that face inequity. Now, don't lose sight of balance. I will always be here. And if you need, you can come visit me with your friend Machi. Is this to your liking? If not, you can still choose my house.
I would like that.
You would like what? To choose her house, though?
No,
Or
to at least visit.
Okay. And
I was trying to respond before
Yeah.
getting to the point of choosing.
yeah, I was just double checking. All right then. And as your consciousness comes, a very interesting thing happens, and some of the headmasters actually seem to shift in their seats as you see a shield appear above you. This golden glistening shield with a sun on it, but overlapped with the sun is the crescent moons, and surrounding both of them are the vines of Aloria. Zoran will be like, well, Lucian, this has not happened in a long time. You have been chosen by 2 of our founders. Which house did you end up choosing?
I would
Drazel?
tell him. Yeah, I would tell him Drazel.
House Drazel it is then. Please go and join your new housemates. Just so you know, this does mean that you will have access to the other house as well. For whatever reason, Eloria has picked you as well. You are blessed, child. Yeah, Machi, you see Lucian go down and join the House Drazel.
Machi looks very sad.
She has lost yet no Pojin, no Lord of the
I know.
Forest.
No Potion, no Lucian. All alone with a bunch of new people.
Well, to be fair,
Which.
weird enough, Lucian kind of could go to both houses.
Yeah, which he'll send you a message because he has that.
Is that what you were looking for?
Yes, straight the fuck up. I was making sure I had it. He'll
Okay.
send you a message. He'll send a message to Machi and say, "Don't worry, because I was picked by both. We'll be able to still see each other."
Machi will smile and wave at him.
You actually hear Aloria in your head. I rolled pretty high. Lucian. I know you, child, who probably wanted to be with your friend. But I have seen the potential in you. Be a great, wise leader.
I think they're more than friends at this point.
Oh yeah, more than definitely.
Yeah.
I think they would be.
I know it can be hard, but I do think this might be what you need to grow on your own. I get the sense that you and Machi are very intertwined. And like a flower being covered by the tops of the highest trees, that can sometimes lead to stunting. I think this could help you grow on your own. And then you feel her presence kind of fade, almost like a warm breeze. Oh, Mephisto sent me something. Oh god. I'm coming, Mephisto. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. Oh yeah, okay. Thank you for sending that to me, Mephisto. And as it is Mephisto's turn being done, Sebastian, it is your turn.
Sebastian is 100% not paying attention to anything, and is just vibing in the back.
All of a sudden, the music stops as Zoran.
He'll like stop dead out and like pull back his hood for a second, like look around, try to figure out what the fuck is happening.
You just see a mage hand, this ashy, smoky mage hand, booping you on the nose and motioning for you to come forward.
I'm gonna turn to my knight and go, "Is that normal?"
Yes.
Oh. I was honestly expecting to say no again. Cool. I'm just gonna look at the mage hand. Yeah?
And the mage hand points towards Zoran.
Oh, okay, I'm supposed to go over there? Cool.
Zoran says
I'm like,
yes.
pull the back over my head, do my best to make it look as like official wizardly as he can. And then just kind of stick his hands in his pockets and walk forward.
Alright. You. Put your hands on this book.
Both of them?
One or two. Whichever you decide.
I guess I'll pull them both out. And he's gonna pull both hands out of his pockets.
Okay.
And stick them on the book.
And as you do, you feel your consciousness. Oh, Lucian DC'd. I see that.
I'm Lucian.
Ah, so So is my camera still good?
Your camera's still good. Perfectly fine, to be
Okay.
honest.
Perfect. Excellent, because I'm the one doing hand motions right now.
Yeah, so you put your hands on this book, and you feel your consciousness pulled, and you find yourself in what looks to be an immense library.
Is the book that my hands are on still there?
No.
Okay. There's no way this is normal.
And you hear a voice, this sultry voice that comes from above you. No, it is not normal indeed. You are an interesting subject, Sebastian. And floating down from the middle of like this, it's almost like a tower library. Floating down is a Genasi woman with this beautiful blue skin and this hair that moves and rises like clouds.
Oh, hello. I was wondering where you were.
Hello. I am Lissandra Verlith, and I would like to welcome you to my sanctum, but I am not alone. And she motions, and this older man with a sword strapped to his side comes walking out, kind of leaning up off of a bookshelf and rounding a corner. No, you're not alone, you harlot.
Okay, hold on. Whoa! I didn't even get a chance to ask my question. We're already calling people harlots. We are setting a tone. Understood. Where am I?
You're in the book. The big book that you touched. Well, your consciousness is, at least.
Okay, is this anything like when I fell through the purple fish net?
No, that was different. We're still not quite sure how you did that.
Okay. And both of those are abnormal events. Me being in a book and me falling through a fishnet.
Yes.
Okay, so normally I would still be standing there, but for some reason I'm not.
Well,
Just making sure I'm on the same page.
Let me put this straight to you, since you seem to have a hard time with this, and all of this seems rather new.
Yeah, I'm not really good with this magic stuff, but I guess I'm supposed to be a wizard. Do I look okay? And I'm like gonna check my hood.
I don't know why you're having the hood up. Nobody does that anymore, but it's a
I thought
fashion
that was
statement.
what wizards did.
No, they normally wear pointy hats. And Lysandra goes, "No, we do not wear pointy hats," and shoots him a glare. Anyways.
Okay, so do you wear the hoods then?
No, we wear nothing. You can if you want.
Oh, you wear nothing.
I really prefer my clothes on.
I don't, but that's besides the point. I'm only wearing them because I have guests.
Oh.
Okay.
But besides the point, and she claps her hands, and a little silence bubble goes around you for a second.
And you see him just mouth to himself, "I'm still gonna wear the hood, I think," and just put it back up.
And she looks at Garen and goes, "I am not a harlot. I know we dated about 2 centuries ago, but that doesn't mean you can call me a harlot." And he's like, I'm sorry, I took it too far. I was joking, you know that. You know, I'm still a little bitter about the breakup, okay? My bad. I hope...
200 years ago? Damn!
Wow.
Okay. There's a bubble of silence, but can I make a check to lip read? Or insight?
Yeah, make an
I
insight
mean,
check.
you can't hear through silence,
Excellent.
No, you can't.
right?
Okay, I have a passive insight of 13. Is that good enough, or do I need to roll?
No, roll.
Roll? Okay. 9!
You get words every once in a while. 200 years ago, breakup, still bitter.
I'm just gonna nod.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we going to do
And
about
stick
this?
my hands back in my pockets.
She looks and she goes, "What are we going to do about this strange one? Because he doesn't know who he is. He would go into my house, which is a house of discovery. Or he could go into your house, a House of Strength and Resilience. Honestly, as much as I want him, it might be better to be in your house. He seems a little slow and he might need some straightforwardness at a time like this. Garen actually...
Wow.
Rude.
He's got an 18 intelligence.
Yeah, but, like, for her, you seem, like, as smart as a goldfish right now. And it kind of physically hurts her.
Your stupidity causes me pain. Wow.
But he will...
I know how that goes.
He will actually look at you, and he sizes you up. He looks you up and down, he looks at the sword. I think I can work with this one. You can drop the silence now. And she goes, oh, yes, my bad. And she snaps her fingers, and all of a sudden you can hear it again.
Okay, so what's going on here? Am I supposed to be like you both chose me, but am I supposed to like choose one of you?
Well, dear, says Lysandra, I will leave a choice for you. I represent the pursuit of knowledge and discovery of magic. Something that I see you could potentially rising to do is you seem to have a very interesting, curious nature for, and a propensity to use magic, even if you don't know it yet.
Yeah, I've been told that the thing I do with my fingers is me casting a spell.
Well, not so much as casting a spell as leaking raw magic out of your very being.
I'm gonna like pat myself like I've been cut. Is that like blood? If I run out of that, do I die?
No, you don't die. It recharges over a period of time.
Okay, cool. That's good to know.
Anyways, I represent that house. Garen over here, and he's like, I'm really simple. I represent fighting people. But not just fighting. I represent that prowess lies not just in magical ability, but in the discipline to wield it, in the discipline to use it to defend yourself and others. I represent power, strength, resilience.
Okay.
We will let you choose.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. Do either of you do music? And he's just gonna look between the two of them?
Garen's size, not particularly. I'm more battle magic. Darnathus does, but he didn't really want to touch you with a 10-foot pole, if I'm being honest.
That's unfortunate, my guy, because
but
music is not the only thing I care about.
The second best musician I know is Lysandra.
Well, he is really holding that grudge, huh?
And she smiles, and she holds out her hand, and appearing is a viol.
I mean, I already have one of those.
And she rolled
what about
a
this Darnath guy?
She rolled a 28, and she begins to play better than you did in the House of Songs.
That is really damn good. But I want to know why this Darnath guy doesn't like me. What did I do?
Nothing, your current situation is not what he's looking for.
It's not. What?
I
actually didn't hear what you said.
Is not what he's looking for, says Lysandra.
What does he like? What does he want then?
He likes lying, deceitfulness.
Why?
Because that's who he is. He is very good at playing political games, but not very good at being honest.
I guess I just don't understand why one would want lying? I mean, isn't it easier if you don't?
Exactly why he did not have an interest in you.
Alright, so my options are sword, not as good music, claims she's not a harlot, and liar McLieface.
Well, no, Liar McLieface is not on the table at all.
Well, that's fine because I wasn't picking him.
Ah, cool. I don't like the guy either.
He sounded like a douche canoe.
He is a douche canoe. A massive. He's not even a douche canoe. He's a douche ship.
I mean, like, are we? What do I know about ships? Off the top, like, what does my character remember about naval?
You know that ships are bigger than canoes.
Okay, so are we talking like ships or ships?
Like galleons, like
No, that's what my
warships.
character's doing.
Oh.
Like, he remembers that canoes are bigger than ships, but he doesn't know how big they are, so he's trying to get a picture of
He's
how big
like-
a ship is.
He goes canoe and he holds two little fingers out, maybe a couple inches, and then he goes ship and holds it like a subway footlaw.
Ah, yeah, see, I knew that. I was testing you.
Yeah.
He knows how big ships are. And I'm turning to the other one.
And
How love you can beat. Who knows a guy who knows how big ships are?
Darling, I know so many things. That is my whole entire shtick. I know things about you that you don't even know.
Do you know why I fell through a purple fishing net?
I know some of it already. There's a forbidden...
Why?
There's a forbidden magic that will not let me speak about it. Somebody has cast a very powerful spell on you.
Well, that's lame. I thought you had something interesting to offer besides a veal.
I'm working on...
Wow.
I'm working on finding a way to get that curse removed.
Okay. I don't know. Which one of y'all do you think I would do better with? Because, like, I'm not really feeling either of you.
Darn will look. Well, if you think you can undo that curse, he might be better staying with you. And Lysandra goes, I think you might be right. Alright. And Darn kind of disappears.
Wait, I was gonna tell him no hard feelings.
Oh, he knows. He's a very...
I don't know what's going on. I just wanna, if I can play music, I can listen to music, then I'm happy.
Oh.
And that's the only thing I know for sure in this crazy new world where apparently there are golden pigs and giant crazy things in the forest, and I fall through purple fish nets, so I'm sticking with my music.
Alright.
It makes sense.
Well, we'll have to work together on some of that. But now you're in-house, Derlith. And she snaps her fingers and you're shunted rather forcefully back into your body.
Is my music playing again?
Not yet. Because Zoran was the one that stopped it. And then above you is a symbol, a blue symbol of a tome, open with an eye floating in the middle.
That's not ominous at all.
And he points towards the house. Go stand over there. That is what I want you to do. You can listen to your
Alright.
music, just go that way.
Cool. And then I'll go stand over there and just go back to what I was doing before. Light probably coming from his hands again.
Yep. Okay. That leaves a couple of people left. Let's see which one of you is first. Alright, 4. Okay. It will be Mephisto. Okay. They call up Tofa and everyone kind of mutters as your heavily armored frame, I'm assuming still a little shocked and still a little awkward, walks up there.
Yeah, little shocked, little awkward, still uncomfortably shuffling in this stupid frickin' jacket that they gave me that didn't have the proper wing slits.
The first thing he does, he goes, hold on, and he snaps his fingers. The clothes around you grow to fit you, and 2 wing slits kind of open up in the back, and your wings can come out.
Oh, thank the saint.
That better.
I didn't know if I was able to modify this or not. It was quite uncomfortable.
Of course you can. It is yours now. You may do whatever you wish. Well, go ahead and place your hands on the book.
Place my gigantic taloned hand on the book.
You put your hand on the book, and you feel yourself hold. And you see, as well, 2 different people. Except for this time, you're in a forge. Ting, 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 ting. And turning around.
Sounds like home.
Yeah, turning around, you see a rather burly ass orc. Dong, 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 dong. As he turns and he lifts up his goggles, and he has a soot-stained face. And standing next to him, testing and quenching one of the swords that seems to have just been formed, is another man with plate armor and a shield kind of adorned on him. As you see, Ravanus, Doran, and Rasselvorn before you. And the orc comes up and he's like, all right there. Let me see. And he looks at you and he pulls down his goggles and they kind of glow with magic. Tofa, is that right?
It is,
Good.
Anfa and Furnace.
Good, strong. I think I already know what you're gonna pick, but I wanted to bring Drazel here just in case. I am Rathvanus Doran. I represent innovation and ambition. I like to push the boundaries of magic through innovation, through creation, and I like to build things. Drasselvorn steps up. Hello, I'm Drasselvorn, and I represent honor and integrity, and fighting for those who cannot fight for themselves. I'm fairly sure we all know you're going to pick Ravanus, but I just wanted to put in my 2 cents. And he smiles at you, this kind, like, genuinely warm smile.
So, Ravanus, may I call you that?
Yeah,
Should
what do
I
you
call
need?
you Sir Doran?
No. I don't like that. Call me Ravanus. Sir Doran was my father.
Alright.
Sir Dorn was my father.
I assume that you serve Mimas? Or you at least served Mimas?
Not particularly. I didn't really follow the saints and the sacreds, but I do think he gave me a gift to. Let's just say I didn't put out any of my creations in his name. We'll say that.
At least tell me that you don't innovate for the sake of innovation, and that you innovate for the sake of the people.
Oh yeah.
For those who are innocent.
I innovate to try to make the lives of people easier. That's why I built my bridge. When he says that, you instantly know what he's talking about. There's an actual bridge called Doran's Gift. It is a very large bridge that spans over a very dangerous swath of river. That is said that Doran, who you now are realizing this is him, he spent 40 straight days making this bridge by himself because no one else would do it.
And Draysel, you are here to teach protection, but you have no interest or a hand in the pie of creating anything.
No. I just wanted to let you know that I see in you somebody who's honorable and has the integrity to take care of those that cannot take care of themselves. I fully suspect you to pick Ravanus, but I just wanted to let you know that I saw potential in you. That is
This is
me.
unfortunate, because I would love to be able to choose your house, but I do have to go with Ravanus.
Yes.
I appreciate the offer.
And he smiles.
Is that the same dude I just snubbed?
No.
Okay.
No, you did Garen Tharland. Who's...
I'm still trying to keep track of all of the names.
Yeah, Garen Tharland. Think of Garen Tharland as a spell sword.
Gotcha.
This guy is more of a heavily armored arcane shock trooper.
Question, and am I also free to go between the two houses, or no?
No, this one, one of them picked you.
Okay.
Thank you, Justin, for sending me
Because
that.
I am legitimately a spell sword, so...
Yeah. I mean, there is
I
a
would
chance that you maybe could change houses. We'll talk about that at some point. Anyways, what were you saying, Mephisto?
I appreciate
What
the offer,
fuck?
Draysel. And I would love to work with your house at a later date with
Possibly.
creations that I make.
Well, that is one thing about my house is, while we don't practice creation, we do appreciate creations that do protect. I will keep my eye on you.
I will make sure that nobody in your house decides to use any of that blasted splint mail.
It does have its uses. It's pretty good against slashing, but horrible against piercing.
It's just scrap metal.
Scrap metal has its uses. You should know that better than anybody. And he smiles.
I do, but it's so low quality.
Yes, but... Alright, well, I'm out. I'm gonna go test this sword, Ravanus. Oh yeah, tell me how you think the balance is. I think the balance is perfect just for you. Like I will. Drazel kind of walks out the door and disappears. As you are shunted out into your body, there is a golden gear swirling with magic above your head. I need to see something really quick. Heidi, before I do you. It's down. Okay.
Did you write it down? Because I
I-
have notes. You want me to send them to you, Quick?
Yeah, if you could just send me the house that we talked about. I think I remember which one it is.
You had to update the pronunciation on it because I was pronouncing it wrong.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah.
gives you an idea.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. So everyone else goes, and Heidi, you rolled really low. No, you didn't. You rolled really low. You rolled a 4. So you are like almost one of the last ones in the entire pack of hundreds. And you feel all the eyes as you begin to walk up, and you start to see friends in the corners of your vision. Can you roll me a perception check?
Yes. I can. $17.
You think this should mean something to you. For almost a flash of a second, you think you see him. Him.
And part of me freezes. And I start going in that direction.
As you do, you start walking that way, and Zoran's kind of watching you, and his head's cocked, and the other people are. And
I'm gonna yell out, "Wait!"
And there was a person walking, and they stop, and they turn, and it's not him. Just for a second, you thought it was, and then they disapparate. Zoran will approach you. Hello, are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I thought I saw someone I'm looking for.
Okay, do you
But I was
need a
wrong.
second?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Alright, come this way, and he will kind of walk with you. And yeah, you go up and you put your hand on the book. And you find yourself in a very tall tower-like library. And sitting behind a desk, in very revealing clothing, is this Ergenasi woman. The first thing she does when your consciousness enters this place is she comes up to you, and all she does is give you a hug. Silently, doesn't say a word, just gives you a hug.
I'll kind of stiffen for a second, and then I'll, like, hug her back, and then just kind of do that awkward back patting thing. You know, and like then you don't know what to do with someone that's just hugging you. Like...
And then she says, as she's kind of like stepping back, I have seen inside of you, child. I know the pain you carry.
Oh, I'm sorry for that.
Oh, you don't need to apologize for the baggage that we carry. We all carry it. You hide it very well. Most people cannot see it, but I am not most. My eyes see into the plains and into places that many mortals wish that they could see. And I promise I will help you find what you are looking for.
Thank you.
And she nods.
And whatever I can do to help in return.
Help me by graduating. And she smiles.
I'll do my best.
Oh, I know you will. And she smiles at you. And you feel your consciousness very gently. Where as he was like fucking thrown out, it's almost like there's a reluctance to
I don't
let
know
you.
why I was choose.
There's this reluctance to almost letting you go. Like she almost wants to keep you here. And then eventually, you're very, very gently deposited back into your own body. And above your head is the same symbol of a tome with an eye above it. Ah, House Verlith. A wonderful house. And Zoran will point. And the last couple of people go. And the ceremony concludes, and there's a large banquet, a feast. Food is provided. Let me check to see how good the cooks did. Unsurprising, a nat 20 for 34.
Good. I was like, I hope we don't all get ptomaine poisoning and die the first day, because that would be kind of awkward.
No, you see a chef come out. Two of them actually. One of them being this pink tiefling woman, and the other one being this Goliath man, this portly Goliath man. And the woman says, "Well, howdy guys. My name is Joy, and I am the cook of this here place. I am so delighted to be cooking dinner for all of you, and me and Pavith here. Me and Pavith would just be delighted if you enjoyed yourselves." And Pavith will just nod. "Yes, please, enjoy." And they clap, and then the food dishes start floating themselves out and placing themselves on the tables. The cloche tops are lifted, floated away off to where you can't see.
I have a question. Is Saul's character with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'd be a very shitty bodyguard if he wasn't.
Just verifying. I assume while all this is happening, my character's still by the wall vibing unless his character, like, moved me towards the table or something.
Was my instructions to just guard him or to specifically stay with him as he enters into the academy?
Your job was to guard him and keep an eye on him. Basically be a companion, because as far as they know, he knows absolutely nothing.
And as far as they know, I could be the enemy.
Yeah.
So, in that case, I'm not pushing him forward, because I was not given any kind of instructions to do so. And I will stay relatively close to him.
Okay. So you kind of stick together. Everyone starts milling about. The feast is had. And...
Anyone at any point during the feast tell me that I should be eating food?
No, you're just getting some strange looks.
Okay, cool. My character's gonna be hungry in like 2 hours.
You're a grown adult. They expect you to feed yourself. Like...
He doesn't know there's food. He hasn't opened his eyes.
Yeah, that's kind of a you
Sounds like
thing,
a him
Judge.
problem.
Yeah. Just because you're an amnesiac doesn't mean you don't... would...
I was kind of relying on the bodyguard character to tell me to do things.
His job is to guard you, not make... His job is to guard you, not babysit you.
I know.
Well, he may be starving himself out of stupidity. Will in fact eat.
He ended up in a house that's different than Mahi's, right? So she wouldn't have noticed his ass.
Yo, wait, bitch. Are you really moving to eat and not even telling your boy that there's food? Nice.
I'm standing right next to you with a plate of food.
Yeah, so Sebastian, he goes over, grabs a platter, loads it up, you're vibing, he comes back, leans against the wall in a chair, and is fucking like eating grapes while you're just vibing.
Nice. Thanks, appreciate
Wouldn't
you, bro.
you smell it, even if you got your eyes shut?
He would smell it.
Oh, would he? Okay.
Buddy, there is like fucking the finest meats cooked. There is
You mean
gravies.
you've never been so in the zone you've forgotten that smell is a sense?
No.
No,
I have forgotten.
No,
I have
because
forgotten to eat for days, but
no, because my
never...
autism is very finely tuned to my nose.
Yeah, my autism is finely tuned towards whichever sense I'm paying attention to.
Ah, interesting.
So if
My
I'm
autism
focused
just
too much
deletes
on
my
music
sense
or
of
something,
smell outright.
mine doesn't do that. But like, if I'm paying really into something, anything, I will just not notice smells. I will not notice anything. I can hyper focus smell out of existence.
Anyways, well, everyone
If he
eats.
can smell it, and that is the official ruling, he will eat food and sit down and like turn off his music and look around awkwardly between his table mates.
They rolled a nat 20 for a 34. God could smell this fucking food.
Okay, then yeah, he'll sit down at the table and kind of click off his music stone and pile some food on his plate and kind of look about and just start eating.
Okay. Yeah, nobody really talks to you.
And another dabble.
They're still kind of like looking at you weirdly because you were just vibing like that. And they're like, okay, and they just start eating. For everyone else, is there anything else specific anyone wanted to do? Or because we started a little bit late, there's some stuff I want to get to if everyone's okay with just breezing past this main dinner.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna talk to my character anyway. Who gives a fuck?
Alright.
I mean,
so,
from my end anyway. Not like if I'm not getting a conversation, nobody can. I just mean like it
Yeah.
seems like we're all in different places and nobody's actively talking to us.
Yep. Okay, so the way this works is they explain that each there's two ranking systems. There is a house ranking system where by completing classes and interacting in like school events, you can boost your house's reputation, and this can get you certain things like extra discounts at stores, things like this. It can get you little prizes. The big one they tell you is that you will be put into groups, especially as first years, and these will be called your study groups. Your study groups, if there is ever a like big group project, is going to be the group that you do your group project with every single time.
Hold on. I have just launched my desk mic across my desk. Fixed.
Because a lot of the kind of group projects take place not on school grounds. It's like, hey, go here and investigate.
And these study groups go across houses and stuff?
Yeah, these study groups go across houses. The way, based on your guys' group performance, I have rules in place that for when you complete class projects, when you guys all pass tests, you will get group points, and I will have a leaderboard that I will update, try to remember to update on our off times of where everyone's sitting.
And did they say they're going to be assigning these study groups to us?
They are going to assign the study groups to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So the way it's going to work is at the end of the year, whoever has the highest in your guys' quote unquote bracket, you guys will be going up against 5 teams. There's like 200 people here for first years, so it's kind of into brackets. The winner of each bracket gets a choice between an all-paid vacation to somewhere in the world, or like 5,000 to, I think it's 5,000 to 10,000 gold to split among the party.
Fuck yeah, bud. We win in this shit.
For you guys, it would be 12,000. I made these rules before I knew
Fuck
Mephisto
the
was going to.
gold. I want the all-expense-paid vacation, baby.
Wait,
Yeah.
you're telling me I get vacation?
Right?
Yeah, you will get.
Bruh, we win this shit. We get a summer vacation with a blank check. Let's go.
Yeah, Zoran will specifically tell you. He'll pull you aside, Osmond, and say, we are going to include you in Sebastian's group. Groups are made up of 6 people. You will be a part of Sebastian's group, even though you are not a student, but we will slot you in as a kind of a chaperone, if you will.
All right, I can work with that.
And yeah, so your guys is basically house representatives, which are all seniors. They're all 4th year students. Come and they lead you all to your dorms.
So let me guess.
So is
They
the party
held
all
teams from
gonna
different
be
parties.
one
They
group?
were probably a study group together that's doing really well, right?
The what? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Which one of us?
You, Azzy.
Okay. I assumed that the guys who were the representatives were like the top study group of their year before.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, these are like the seniors that have done the best throughout their entire kind of career at the school. And they will lead you all to the dorms, which is number 12 on the map. And while there's 6 buildings, each building, even though they look the same on the outside, you all have your guys' card. Your student ID now has a special a symbol matching your house to it. And when you walk up to the door, you place it up to a special key rune. When you touch it to the key rune, it opens up, and when you step in, it is way different on the inside.
Okay, and they have not broken us into the study groups yet. We've all separated to our houses now. Yes.
They tell you that study groups will be done first thing in the morning.
Okay, because I'm still trying to keep track of
yeah, you're good.
actual rules and policy of school.
Yeah. So basically, the way this is going to work is they're going to tell you, "Hey, the feast is concluded. Welcome to the school of Verdant, the Verdant School of Might and Magic is the full name. The Verdant School for short. The Verdant School, and they say that everyone needs to report there in the main hall by 8:30 sharp, as they will be figuring out your study groups and potentially even sending you on your first group assignment."
I was gonna have to nervously like walk up to somebody who's in his same area and be like, "Can you make sure that I'm up on time?"
It's
I
actually
don't particularly do well with mornings.
It's actually here. Write this name down for me. Like send it
All
in
of us or
Discord.
just him?
No, just him. It is a small girl. I have like a little random table for you guys for random NPCs you might meet. You meet Penny Lou Statham. She is a small gnomish girl who looks at you. She appears to be some sort of artificer. She has a small little frog-like mechanical frog on her shoulder. And she goes, "Oh, yeah, I can wake you up. No problem. What's your name?"
It's Tonfa.
Hello, Tonfa. I'm Penny Lou. This is Ratchet the frog. And Ratchet looks up at you and he goes, "Yo, what's up, dude?"
It's not the sound I was expecting you to make. Nice to meet you, Penny Lou and
I
Ratchet.
get that a lot. Yeah, we can wake you up, no problem. Just make sure you bunk next to me or close to me, wherever you are.
I will do my best as for whatever I can do.
So, I will go through and kind of describe to each of you what it looks like. Sebastian, and Teal, actually, because you guys are in the same house. When you touch your key cards, Sebastian, you enter in what almost looks like a large, and Teal, it is almost like a large library where books are flying themselves off the shelves, and then they go and they'll put books back, and there's books flying all around. You see students studying, drinking coffee in like this large common area, and then in between the bookshelves appears to be like little alcoves where there's doors to different rooms, and there's little hallways branching off that lead to you guys. Teal, you were instructed to follow your ID card. As you scan yours actually begins to kind of float and starts to kind of lead you to where your special room will be.
Okay.
Sebastian and Osmond, you guys are your card leads you to a shared room. It's actually fairly spacious. It is enough where you guys can decorate it. It's a little bit bigger than an average college room. I know, Azzy, this will make sense to you. Your guys' room is about the size of my bedroom, and then like add on my closet.
Okay, in the old place or the current place?
At the current place.
Okay. That puts it at approximately the size of Connor's room with the closet at the old place, right? Or more like mine at the with the closet at the old place.
Yeah, more like yours.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a pretty big room, actually.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my bag down. I guess. It's like were we told we were staying here for a little bit, or
This is your room.
okay? I meant, are we getting dragged back out of the room, or
No,
are we
like,
just like
the night is done. Or
okay?
okay, that's not true. By the time the feast is done, it is like 4 or 5 o'clock. So if you guys decide
Okay.
tonight that you want to go out and do shit, you can. I'm just trying to speed things along a little bit so we can get to kind of the main shindig.
Okay. Yeah, if my character probably wouldn't be going out except to like get probably like a snack or something. I'll just set up my hammock and somewhere in the room
Okay.
put my bag underneath it.
As you kind of, so your card will actually let you into your personal room too. As you do, you get this sense of like, almost like a like a video game system message. It says, if you would like anything not in your room, all you have to do is point and trace this sigil, and it will disappear into a pocket dimension. So basically, there's a bed in there. To set up your hammock, if you don't want it, you just trace the sigil, the bed disappears, and you can put up your hammock.
I'm gonna look straight at that message, like
Yep.
wherever it is in my brain sightline. Memorize the sigil.
Yep.
Do we have to roll to memorize the sigil?
Nope. This weirdly
Memorize
ingrains
the
itself
sigil.
in your brain.
And then I'm gonna look dead at this UI and go, okay, can you hear me?
There is no response.
Yeah, I can hear you. What do you need?
Not you. Okay. Can I ask you a question?
No response.
I'm just gonna try asking the question. What if I want something added to the room?
Words appear. You must
Aha!
purchase. You
I figured out how to work it. And I'm gonna look over at Mercenary Dude. I figured out how to work it. Don't worry.
You must purchase said item. You may then store it in the pocket dimension if you wish to remove it.
Okay, and just verifying, because I don't know, but this sounds like it should probably only be inanimate. I shouldn't put anything inanimate or animate in the pocket dimension. No people, for example.
No, they will instantly be destroyed and their essence scattered on the winds.
That would be bad. Okay, so if there are any pets, do not put the pets in the pocket dimension. Understood. And they were like, order through you, or do I have to like go to town and buy it?
And it will say town, and then it gives a list of like different crafters and stores where you can buy shit.
Can I get a printout?
No.
Okay, hold on. Let me give me a second. I gotta get some pen and paper, and I'm gonna go to my bag.
It says it asks, would you like a written form?
Yes.
So, next to your rooms, in at least in this dorm, there's like a little mailbox. It actually says book return, books/letters. It appears to be a book return. So if you guys get any of the books from the communal library, you can put it in there, and the books will go and put themselves away. But this also seems like there's another slot where you get your letters.
Can I just say I really want to have this magical UI room service thing in my real bedroom?
So what happens is the UI, or the word letter begins to glow blue. And you get the sense that indicates that you have a piece of paper in your letter slot.
Okay, letter slot. I'm looking around for it, like expecting this thing to highlight it.
It does. Like, it is literally, like, laid next to your door on the
Letter
outside
slot.
that says books, letters, and the letter
And I'm
slot is
gonna grab
glowing blue. Okay.
Okay, I could get used to this. And I grabbed the paper. Thank you.
There is...
Can we order food through you?
No, I, the guardian of this house, am only here to help you in this building.
Oh wait, are you the one who made the veal?
Negative.
Okay, good. I thought for a second I was treating her as like some, well, maid. Very glad I didn't do that.
A note will appear that says she did create me, though.
Okay. Okay.
And
How do I get in touch with you if I need help?
say, House Guardian, and I will appear.
House Guardian. Okay. Cool. Do you always appear just in, like, colors and letters, or do you have like a little form, body?
I am not authorized to tell you that information.
Why not?
And there's no answer. And as
How
you
am I supposed to know which questions I can and can't ask?
as you stand there looking, we pull out, because we're almost at the end of stream, and we shift over to Mashi. You open yours, and yours is a community, dude. If there was a hippie tribe, yours would be the hippie house, dog. You open it and you see these people just smoking some sort of herb, just like lounging in these big, beautiful, like hanging from the ceiling, almost looks like a nest, like a little nest wicker chair with these large, fluffy-looking pillows. You see, what looks to be like a fucking birds flying around in the canopies of this place. And, in the trees are tree houses. Raven, I need you to get ready to write down a note for me. Do it in Fantasy Grounds. It's going to be an important name. Or do it on Discord. Or you can do it on Discord. Just do it somewhere I have access to it so I can get it, because I'm starting to get tired enough where
Okay,
taking a lot of
have
notes.
a note.
Okay. I'm gonna do 20. Okay, 6. You room with a tabaxi. This tabaxi appears to be dressed in a very fine dress. Unlike tabaxis normally, she doesn't have a whole bunch of fur. She appears to be only half tabaxi, as the other part appears to be humanoid. So she looks almost like a cat version of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Mabel. What is your name? She comes walking over to you.
Machi.
Mochi, I am pleased to meet you. I think our cards are saying that we are to be roommates.
Oh, yeah, looks like it.
I am so delighted. Well, after you. And she will let you climb up the ladder first.
Okay.
Yeah, and you climb up, and yeah, it's a very nice tree house. And a little fairy, like a tiny little fairy, pops up in front of you. Oh, hello there, missus. My name is Carls. I will be your personal house fairy. I'll look after the place while you're gone and things.
Hello.
Hello. I promise I am not a peeping Tom. And he kind of chuckles to himself. But just let me know if there's anything you do not wish to be in here, and me and the boys will get it taken out post haste.
The room looks great.
Thank you. Yeah, and like the beds are almost look like they're made out of an old tree stump that's been sheared on the top, and then like hollowed out in the middle, and that's where the bed is. So you kind of got this like nice cozy feeling almost like a little canopy bed.
Machi will turn into a fox and go curl up in the bed.
Mabel's like, oh, that is amazing. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that. That is wonderful. Huh. And we will pull back from you. And we will go over to Tonfa. Tonfa. You touch your key card to the door, and Penny Lou is next to you. And the door opens, and it is...
In an aviary.
No. It is a interesting place. There are workbenches everywhere, leading off on very organized corridors, matching corridors. Are a series of rooms where the doors are made of all different kinds of metal. There's brass doors, steel doors. Fuck, you see a couple gold doors. And yours leads to one of the first doors closest to the door. And it stops. The door opens. There's nobody in there. And then behind you, you hear a voice. I'm gonna roll. No shit. That is fucking funny. A small automaton comes wandering in, leading a very familiar girl. You see Penny Lou. The automaton looks. Hello. I am Z45. I am a housebot designed to help with maintaining the Eternal Forge. I do see that you are two different genders? Question mark. Yes, genders. Will this be a problem?
Not for me. She already said that she'd be willing to help me wake up because I'm not exactly good at getting up in the morning.
There was a 5% chance that it was going to be Penny Lou, and I rolled exactly a 5.
That's great.
All right. And we'll look at Penny Lou. Is this okay? And she gets a little shy, and she's like, I guess. And she kind of looks at your tall-ass frame and her small little gnome body. Oh, you're really big. Yeah, that's fine. And Z45 goes, yes, I can place a partition if you feel more comfortable. She's like, no, I'll just build one myself. I'll probably make it retractable.
Of course, the gnome wants to build a thing.
And Z45 says, very well. And he turns and just like walks back out the door. And he is this small little ball with these two legs that come out, two arms, and this head is like oval, like an oval. But more than an oval. I don't know how to explain it. Have you ever seen Wall-E?
Yeah.
He's got a Wall-E
Yes.
style, like a Wall-E style, very flat but rounded edged head.
Your shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he goes wobbling out. The door closes behind you. Last but not least, Lucian.
Yep.
The door opens to your dorm. And inside it is beautiful, but not gaudy. Rich tapestries hang on the walls showing different heroic moments from various different people. You see one of a man standing riddled with arrows as he stands over what appears to be a small child amidst a battlefield. You see another one that shows a woman drowning, but having just pushed a small baby onto the side of a river.
Okay.
And yeah, you just see these tapestries, and they almost seem to shift and move as if they're alive. The common area is minimalist, but still, fancy enough. Like, there's some very fine metals that are etched into things. There's like gold trimming around things. And the rooms are very nice, if not bleak. There's a bed and there's a desk. There's actually a bed and 2 desks, because this is a shared room. And you will be sharing the room with 14. Okay. You'll be sharing a room with Rythan Bloodborne.
Okay.
I will send that note to you. Okay. A tiefling man who comes sauntering in. Ah, hello. You Marumi?
I believe so.
He walks over to you, puts his hand out. Give me some skin, man.
Well,
You give him some skin?
yeah.
He takes your hand, he pulls you into the bro hug, pulls you in, slaps you on the back. Cool, I'm gonna take this bunk. And he throws his shit on there and he just lounges. He just kicks it up. He's like, yep, this'll do.
So, you have ended up in the frat house.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like it.
Oh, God.
Broski
frat house.
Dudski.
So that means automatically none of the appliances work. The stairs are actually a death trap. And nobody wants to go into the third room to the left because that one smells like pee.
So,
And God only knows what the bathroom looks like. I don't even want to comprehend it.
But rent is $200 a month.
yep.
Yeah.
Teal. Your room is small, quaint, and has one bed. And in it is a full mirror with a note. The note, kind of stuck onto there, says, "Don't worry. It'll come back."
Meaning the mirror?
Yes.
Oh, cool. That saves me a spell that I was not wanting to have with me all the time, maybe. Cool. Alright. I'm gonna kind of look through my bag and take my crystals out and put them around the room and couple little candles.
Okay.
Take the incense out and look around in my room. Am I alone? Well, obviously with sticks there, but otherwise am I alone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's about 5 o'clock. While nothing like wild happened, you do all feel this strange sense of exhaustion. Not like a level of exhaustion, but almost like that ritual of the house sorting actually kind of took it out of you a little bit.
And we don't have anywhere else we need to go tonight.
Nope. They basically told you that tonight you can kind of go and explore the town if you wanted, or you could get to know your housemates, but that you need to be there bright and early at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
So before we end, yep.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And say before we end session, is there any last minute things anybody wants to do?
Yes, I would like to voice a before we end session question.
Yes.
For everyone as a group. As a group, do we want to, as players, mind you, not characters, do we want to decide that we want to go explore the town in this night, so that's what we're doing next session, or do we want to skip to the next day?
I'm fine with skipping the next day. Machi is already curled up and talked for him to go to sleep. and avoid any
Okay.
more socializing with anybody.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
I am that too. I just wanted to check.
Anfa would be getting all his things situated because he's just got an absolutely ginormous pack. And doing his best to make himself as small as possible so he doesn't intrude on Penny Lou.
Oh, such a sweet boy. Alright. Well, we will end
Then-
session. Yep.
Oh, I just wanted to say I will do my nightly
Yep.
mirror thing.
Yep.
So
We'll leave that as a secret for a little while.
yeah, that's fine.
Mirror, not mirror.
Alright.
You're
Mirror.
like gesturing for someone to come over, and I'm like, I guess I'm very used to Sinclair.
Alright. Well,
the Cerberus.
tech issues aside, next time we will pick up on the morning of the grouping, as it has become known to call amongst the school, as your guys' study group for the next 4 years will be determined.
I'm gonna study the groupiest. We're gonna win that shit, and we're going on an all expenses paid vacation. And my character is
So
100% gonna be advocating for it.
just for viewers' sake and for your guys' sake, the group projects that I'm talking about are going to be like generals group projects. So every year you're going to have a number of generals group projects that you have to do. Individual classes, so like it doesn't make sense for bards to be doing druid group classes. You'll have your own like little group like projects in each class. The group points count for your guys' overall like the big group projects.
It's the go out and do quest stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get that, and I am going to be trying to convince the entire party that we need a vacation, and then hopefully we will make Cohen do an entire series of vacation sessions. Because I want Pikachu's vacation in D&D. Let's go.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys for watching. I know we started a little bit late, but hope we got everything set up now. So hopefully it won't be as fucking rough next time. Get started.
Fucking real, man.
Thank you guys for watching. Please consider liking, following, and subscribing. All of it helps. Turn on your notifications so you know whenever I'm live. Also, go check out all of my fine friends that do the streamings. That is twitch.tv/SkullsHearth for Pyrazar, twitch.tv/RavenKino for Raven, if I got that right.
I will be doing Pokemon starting Monday. I'm doing
Oh yeah, with
Soul
Kyle.
Link. Yeah, I'm doing a Soul Link with Kyle from Channel Onward. And that starts Monday. So
Okay, so I will hold off on doing Divinity stream then.
we're just gonna start it on Monday. The Monday after that, I should be free for Divinity.
Okay.
He's off all next week.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we're
they're
gonna start
Kyle
Monday, but then we're
week
gonna
off for
decide on a
birthdays, so
day.
they're just going. They're going. They're doing
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
And then if we continue after next week, we're gonna like pick a day for that stuff. But,
Yep. So yeah, next Monday then I'll probably be streaming my mech game and see if I can't get anybody else almost killed or blown up or...
Not me, please. I'm good.
Dude, you tanked... They wanted your ass cheeks last time, dog.
Did I survive?
You did. You didn't even
Did I
have to
make them
eject.
suffer?
Oh yeah.
Then I won.
Ah, but
I'm good.
anyways, consider doing that. Oh, I do have a merch store. I should probably start putting the merch in there. I am going to be putting this one tomorrow. I'm going to try to export these streams and the Cyberpunk streams directly to YouTube the day after. That way, because they are changing the Twitch storage settings, I am not going to be able to export everything that is on the channel. So I am going to make sure that the newer campaigns for sure and the newer videos do get on the YouTube channel. So check that out.
Yeah. And once we're caught up on ANA, the TTRPG games, I think will probably end up there too. So they're
Yeah, so
double
we're
backed up. So you'll never have to worry about them getting deleted.
Yes. So go check them out. I do have a merch store, or I also have a donation link if you want to just donate. That is on my Twitch page. But as always, I love you guys, and I will catch you on the other side. Peace.